You ever looked at someone and you wondered, how does she get everything that she wants? What about her is so special that opportunities just fall in her lap? And what if I told you that it's not about what you have to do, it's about who you have to be? See, I pivoted from the hairstylist, graduate, the creative director, the model, the entrepreneur, the avid traveler, and the now what? And then there's also this one question. Why am I not seeing any results despite doing all the right things? Sounds like you need an identity shift. Oh, hey there. Episode 1. Whew. Okay, so as you've seen, the tote bags came. I got them maybe 2-3 hours ago, but before I even unboxed them, I ate, scrolled on TikTok for like an hour, and now I'm about to pray and do my devotion because I'm very intentional about it, because this product, this external thing that was created, that we came up with, is not my ticket out. It's a tool that I will use to build up the brand that I'm building. And it was very important that I took away that excitement for something that is outside of me and know that God placed something in me. I don't know if these low-key, like, these eye patches look kind of crazy in my opinion. So let me see, maybe I'm putting them, maybe I had them on my face wrong or something, because I don't know. I feel like that looks better already. Because at first they're looking kind of... I recorded a lot about this journey, and I must say, I know I'm at the end of the figuring it out phase as far as struggling entrepreneur. I've spent so much time learning and figuring it out, and you know, trying to figure out what's in me and what's not working. But I know now that I've always had everything I needed. I see the skills that have been sharpened within me. You know, I trust God in all that he has done and all that he is for me, and I believe in myself, man. Most importantly, bro, I believe that it's all worked out. I'm gonna write down every creative idea that comes to mind when it comes to this promotion. Although I have the campaign written out, like how I would like to do the smaller things or whatever. I mean, the larger campaign, but these next 12 to 15, 21 posts, yeah, we about to do our big ones. I got the props out there, and we're gonna show up how God would want to see me show up. I'm going to use this creativity that he's blessed me with, and this pre-launch is going to go crazy. My name is Ruth. Why do I look kind of crazy? Like, why y'all be looking fly with y'all eye patches on, and I look like low-key kind of insane? And as I unpacked every sample and looked at these bags, I was really in awe, thinking about, wow, this all started off as a thought, and here I am launching my second product for the business that I bet my entire life on. It made me think about how these last 6 months that I've kind of been down on myself, and you know, putting so much distance between me and the things that I want, the woman that I see myself being, placing so much distance between yourself and this vision that you have. And then you realize that the actual goal is the journey and not the destination, because the destination does not exist without the journey. And that night it clicked for me. It's all in my head. Maybe I'm the problem.
Let me get that nigga.
Oh, no, I was talking about with my phone.
This is the city where dreams are really made of.
Well, no, but this is what dreams.
Well, they said these streets were inspired.
But you'll be fine, Ruth. I And what you're doing, though, is it's nerve-wracking. Like, you're literally dropping a product.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like a non-tangible thing. It's like a product that's supposed to sit somewhere until it's not sat somewhere. But you're putting in work and you're pushing a content. And if you think about it, like, God has been opening up for doors for you. Because I've been talking about TikTok Shop, and what happened?
Right.
Now you got back in. It's only time. And I've been seeing people on your TikTok interacting with you and stuff.
Facts.
And commenting on your posts and, like, giving you recommendations. I think it's a literal comment that's under your post right now that the black bag is going to see you. Now it's just time to work.
This morning I had got about to talk to God, and I was like, I'm going to fast till 2 p.m., you know, for the next 3 days until lunch or whatnot. A lot of times what keeps us from receiving our blessings is, you know, just the mindset and our responses to the seasons we're in. And then also, he was like, the season could have been over with, but you're the one that keeps prolonging it because you keep thinking about it and stuff and such. I was like, at this point, it's something within me. I literally have just been, like, working on my mindset and how I've been seeing, like, the season. And another thing that I saw on TikTok was somebody was like, you start a business and it gets hard for the next 6 months. Oh, boo-hoo. You know, like, it's hard. Yeah. Like, what the fuck did you think it was going to be easy? You know, like, that's what the TikTok was saying. And I was like, that's so real. I was like, because I was just thinking about when I started, like, when I actually kind of got deep in it or whatever. I was like, it ain't been that long. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, you got to get this. But it's like, if that's not where you are no more, what are you fasting for? You should be celebrating. You should be praising. You should be worshiping me. You should be thankful because of the season that I placed you in. You might not see it in the physical just yet this very moment, but you are there. I feel that I've grown quite a bit, and I just know that I've walked into another season. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you've learned your lesson, like, the storm is over. After such an amazing conversation with my beautiful friend Moika, I was like, you know what? I am doing all the right things. It's more so about who I am as I do these things. How does she think? What energy does she embody? So I woke up the next morning in a great mood, okay? Because you know what? The world is my oyster, and it's about time that I pick out my pearl. Ooh, that sounds kind of... Anyways, it's just like I finally decided that nothing changes unless I do. I really want to share my world and the unique point of view that I see in a cinematic way, but for years I have blamed the camera. I said it didn't go high enough in HD quality, but still searched for a vintage look. I said that the angles weren't wide enough and I needed better lenses. So maybe it's time to stop blaming the camera and blame myself. Let's work. Yeah, so what's been up? You know, I come out here in the mornings, especially since I finally have my outdoor furniture. Just listen to the birds chirp and the weaves and the leaves rustle and just get grounded for the morning. I'm currently eating a yogurt parfait that I have meal prepped, and this like pancake sausage sandwich that my sister had for my nephews. I know they're not good for you, but I'm gonna act like they are. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to think too much into it. Y'all, I really do love vlogs. I love cinematography. I love being able to share a unique point of view and, you know, welcome people into my world. Honestly, YouTube is where I want to stay and where I really want to build out this amazing community of people who just get me. You know what I'm saying? Who just gets it. Not even just get me, but, you know, enjoys the art that I create. And, you know, for a long time, it just feels like sometimes content creation is a game that I can't keep up with, in a sense. And I'm not complaining. I'm just expressing that as someone who's constantly trying to grow and be better and be the best, and not in the best in terms of anyone else, but in being the best in my own eyes, it's like, man, I show up as authentic. Well, I show up as myself. Like, it's not even on purpose. Like, I'm gonna be me regardless. That's one thing my mom instilled in us. Just know that I'm giving it my best. And it's just like, for me, what's been holding me back as of lately is I want to give you guys art, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I need a new lens, I need a new camera. Even now, it's pretty windy outside, so I'm yelling technically, and I don't know, I'm like, the audio makes such a difference for the experience. And then everyone's like, oh, we want girl YouTubers, we want the girls who have the chats with us and this and that. And that's the type of things that I do, but it seems like the audience isn't finding me yet. Now, that doesn't mean I'd ever stop, but sometimes I occasionally take breaks because it's like, yo, putting in so much, putting in such a time investment. Like, this is not just quick work, and there's so much creativity that I want to be able to place into my work. But again, like, I'm working on a Canon G7X right now. For one, it doesn't shoot in 4K. And the lens and the setup I want is easily $10,000-$12,000. That's talking about my, we're gonna start off with the little stuff. That's talking about my SD cards, to my hard drive, to my MacBook setup, to my camera body, and my lens. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, to give like what I want to give, it's gonna take more than that. And also sometimes it may take somebody else helping me record and such. And I don't have no problem with the editing, but like, editing on a 2020 MacBook is a different kind of beast, y'all. Like, it gets hot, it doesn't hold the battery long, you know, you run out of storage. Like, it's so many things that come along with it, alongside both of my hard drives from the past 4 years, when my content for the past 4 years crashed. So that was kind of like, I had to learn how to move forward or whatever. But no complaints. I just want to be the best, you know? And I show up as much and as often as I can. Sometimes I'm like, oh, okay, I see what I could have done better here when I look back on something in hindsight. And I understand that the reps is only what's going to make you get better. So I'm just praying that the right people find me. That's really my prayer, that any blockage or anything that's hindering me from being seen in the light that God wants me to see in, reveal it and remove it. Also, having people that stick around long enough to see me grow and understand me and also embrace me, you know. And it's not just about me, because like, as I grow this channel, there's so many things that I want to do, y'all. Like, I'm not the type of person to always show a good deed that I would do, but there's so many things that I want to do when it comes to it. And then also another thing, like, all those content gurus get stuck in your head. Like, right now I'm using the word I a lot, and it's like, yo, like, I don't want to hear you just talking about you. I'm like, that's fair. Well, no, but y'all, let me know how you feel about it if you've been making content for a minute. Because also, I like creative edits, but I don't like the graphic heavy creative edits, if you get what I'm saying. I like creativity in a sense of, this is a nice cut, you feel me? This is a beautiful color grade. I like cinematography. I don't like UI UX graphic design heavy editing. Personally, not my thing. I like sound design, cinematography, just beautiful, clean videos. And then it's like, y'all get bored hella quick. So I'm like, dang, is me talking to the camera an issue? Do they really want to hear what I gotta say? Like, is this what's making them click off my videos? Like, y'all, it be like that sometimes. And I'm just like, you know what, if it post it, and just show up how you gonna show up. And then also having the ability to tell a story. I've really been working on my storytelling skills and such. So that's one of the things. But yeah, I'm gonna sit out here for the next 30 minutes to an hour, read my Bible. And today I'm really focusing on a lot of the creative things, because I am a full-time entrepreneur now, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how God moves within my business. And y'all know I love like a good lifestyle brand, and we'll get more into that as the blog goes on.
Wonderful practice, and I always remind people that journaling is best done by hand, not like this, and not talking into a phone. But if you can actually write, it can move at the pace of your heart, and your mind can slow down. So journaling is a number one thing that I think can connect you to understanding what you like and know about yourself, and then you can find what is joyful for you. Follow what makes your heart sing. And that is a real motto for me in life. I actually often use Sundays as the follow my heart around day, where I literally get to do what my heart wants.
So I was about to take you guys through this really cute and picture perfect morning routine, but actually the morning just changed. If you guys don't know, occasionally I'll substitute teach. I haven't been substitute teaching lately, but I'm still in the system, and one of my colleagues needs someone to just fill in for them real quick, so I'm about to go head over there. And that was perfect because it was low-key kind of bored today. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. So let's go ahead and change and put on an outfit. Now, usually I'd go dress really professional, but today I'm actually gonna go a little bit more of a streetwear look. It's Thursday, it's the end of the week. So I decided to throw on this shirt right here, and I'm putting on these camo pants. Hold on. I'm putting on these camo pants right here. Now y'all know, I have lost a ton of weight. None of my clothes really don't fit anymore, but I'm not wearing no midriff to be around a whole bunch of students now. That's what we don't do. I'm trying to see. Whew. Alright, there we go. So this is the base of the outfit, right? So now it's time for me to go do my makeup and hair and all that. So let's go ahead and go to the bathroom and fix my hair. I love having boho braids. I have some human hair in here, and when I got my hair redone, I ended up putting a few synthetic strands because it was just a touch up. This hair sheds just like a bad wig, but I also think it's my fault because I did it with like not crochet hook like hair. I did it with hair that was like cut off the whip, so I mean it's bound to shed or whatever because it's not anchored at anything technically. But what I must say, this hairstyle did me so good. I will be running her back after I let my hair breathe. Part of me's like, do I want to? That's cute. I think just like this, it's actually team. It's always the effortless things, huh? So I'm actually going to go ahead and run my skincare routine. A lot of times I don't like doing my skincare routine until after I do my workout, but obviously I'm not working out no more until later on this evening. And it's going to be flexible during your day. But I'm using the hyaluronic acid by Good Molecule. Don't judge my nails, ladies. I gotta get them done. I'm not gonna put much hyaluronic acid on because I want to go in with Hope in a Jar by Philosophy. They sent me this, y'all. It's not sponsored, and this is like my second day using it. I think we're just gonna see how it goes. This is a multitasking moisturizer, and I liked how it made my skin feel last night. So I'm just going to stick with this. I typically only use Pond's on my skin, and occasionally hyaluronic acid. Since moisture is the only thing that I typically have to worry about. Like I'm not acne prone. I get a pimple here and there, but not all the time. You know what I'm saying? But I would say this smells good. For one, I had to make sure there wasn't any fragrance in it. It is not any that I see. But yeah, this has pro vitamin P, glycolic, and hyaluronic acid. So it does have some type of AAH. Yeah, it has AAH in it. So that definitely means that you need to be wearing sunscreen when you put this on, because you do not want to fry your skin. Now I want to go in and seal. I want to seal everything in with this sunscreen by L'Oreal Paris. I typically do not like wearing like white sunscreens, and this one actually does leave a cast if I don't work it in really well. So I do wear white sunscreen. It's just, you know, black people, our skin and sunscreen is like, and it is always a chemical sunscreen. I'm really ready for this girl, this woman I've seen on TikTok that has found a way to make clear mineral sunscreen. If you don't know anything, mineral sunscreen is actually a way healthier option where your skin is not chemical based. It's like a more natural, I guess you would say, sunscreen. So that's really that's groundbreaking, because if a black person wants to wear mineral sunscreen, it would just be like I threw a bunch of white ash on me. Like right now, I have a slight white cast. And I'm just working it in as much as I can. You see, look, it's actually making my routine, what I just put on my skin, peel up a little bit, it looks like. Be really careful, because, oh Lord, this did not go well, L'Oreal. Look at all this. And my fault, y'all, for that loud fan. The fan is so loud. Like, I don't know how I could. You know how these new apartments, how they got it, but if you turn the light on, the fan automatically cuts on with it. Yeah, that's how they are in mine. So, I just gotta put up with it, I guess. Yeah, I'm not putting any pressure on this. I'm just cleansing my skin like that to get those speckles off. I know I look kind of low-key, kind of crazy. I have yet to find a edge control that actually works on my edges, but this is just what I have to do. Now, one thing I have learned is that sometimes I try to pull too much down. So like even how like my whole hairline, like how it's all fuzzy, I want to brush this, and I'm gonna let the fuzzy do what the fuzzy do, and I'm only going to put edge control on my hairs that are actually baby hairs. You know what I'm saying? Like ultimately not forcing baby hairs or whatever, but when I do this, it lays better because I'm not trying to hold down the whole ponytail on my hairline. This is like hair that naturally crawls out, but I'm just only giving attention to the ones that are extremely fine. Like me. What is going on? Why is everything turning white on me today? Alright, my edges are taken care of. I'm just gonna go on top of it with a little bit. Good old Gorilla Slide. Gorilla Slide ain't never hurt nobody. You the birthday. You messy, the birthday girl. Alright, let's go ahead and put just a little bit of lip liner on and some lip gloss and we'll call it a day. As long as I look refreshed, I'm pretty good. You know? See, it makes the world's difference. Y'all, you cannot stop. One thing you have to do as a girl, as a woman, is smell good. And I ended up not sponsored. Philosophy ended up sending me this perfume right here, y'all. It's called Fresh Cream Cloud. Fresh Cream Silk Cloud, and oh my god, like I think it's become a new favorite. Cause like Amazing Grace, they sent me Amazing Grace too. Amazing Grace smells really clean. It's not necessarily like my go-to type of scent, but this right here, she's a gourmand, but she has like some floral tones to her. Smells great. My sister walked into my bedroom and was like, "Ooh, I love that." I had to make sure she ain't steal it. But I feel like there's so much I could talk about in vlogs, y'all. And sometimes people be like, "Oh, we don't want all that talking vlogs." You know, they want the really cute transitions and this and that. And I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Why have this whole vlog I've been talking about what people want? What about what I want to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the message here? What are we talking about? Like, y'all didn't come here to get on the vlog to hear me complain about what y'all want all the time. You know, sometimes you really got to check yourself and stop those thoughts while they're coming, because that's also a form of like moving through lack. And that's something that God has really been teaching me in this journey of entrepreneurship. Oh, where you go? But that's one thing God has been teaching me in this last season, because if you don't know, probably do now, I quit my job a year ago or whatnot, and it wasn't necessarily like a voluntary quit. It was kind of like, if I could keep it, I would have kept it until I was able to like really get done building what I was building. But I also knew corporate wasn't for me long term. So long story short, I wanted to move. I requested could I move. They told me yes. I signed my lease elsewhere, all this stuff like that. And then once a few weeks went by, the director said, no, actually you can't do that. And it was already too late. So I'm like, oh, gotta quit. So here we go. I'm full-time entrepreneurship. And like, even then, like, I tried getting a job. Like, I had something lined up just in case that was to happen. I low-key can double watch it, y'all. But I'm not gonna, I'm just kidding. I thought I had something lined up, which was teaching, but that didn't work out how I thought it was. So I was just like, okay, God, if you pushing me into full-time entrepreneurship, then that's just what it is, and I accept that. So I've been building my brand. So if you don't know, then you know that I own this brand named SILY, and it stands for Sis I Love You, and it's a women's wellness and lifestyle brand. I will add on to the men's branch, but right now I'm focusing on the women's. And ultimately the brand is built on what I like to call revolutionary rest, and it's saying that being well rested is the start of a revolution, because a lot of times rest only seems accessible, adequate rest only seems accessible to people who make buku bucks, you know what I'm saying, who are technically rich. So I've been designing and building this brand world that's ultimately a resort and bringing it to the real world. So first I did a pop-up jazz club, and now I'm doing a series called Picnic in the Courtyard, where I literally turn our public parks into a courtyard, like a really pretty courtyard with the flowers and the blooms and all that. And then I'll eventually have my pop-up tennis club. So I have the tennis court, and I'm going to turn that into like a resort style tennis court, and just moving on and so forth and so forth. So that is the community piece that we tie in alongside content. I do want to add a podcast and all these different elements to it, but for right now I'm only one person. I don't have a team just yet, so you have to take it one step at a time. Even just planning the events themselves and getting sponsors, it takes a little bit of and then like I also built out products. So like our first product is actually a journal called My Will to Heal. And ultimately I created this journal because I am the type of person who who's very introspective, but I do think it's important to get emotional rest. And when you go through revolutionary rest, it's about being completely rested, meaning you go through the 7 forms of rest. A lot of times we be going through life and thinking that just catching a nap and a few Z's is enough, when that's not always the case. You know, rest looks like sometimes hanging out with your friends, or sometimes being alone. You know, that'll look like going to go paint, a good workout. Like, those are forms of rest, and I'm building my brand around that. So right now the first phase was emotional rest, which is the journal, and then our second phase is social rest, which is our tote bags. Yeah, they're so cute. Make sure you guys go order one. And social rest is the tote bag because we carry our lives inside our bags, and I just think that's it's so chic, it's so nice. I did them in I created the bags in 4 colorways, and even with them being a canvas tote bag, I genuinely loved how like they're canvas tote bags, but I didn't want to take the traditional route with like the flimsy, you know, like small foldable tote bags, simply because I wanted something that had structure and was actually truly heavy duty. I needed something that was going to be able to stand up the test of time. Like, I want people to have these and be like, oh, wow, this vintage SILY tote bag, and it's so this, that, and that. I love that. And then on top of that, 2.5% of my profits goes towards serving, you know, younger children and young adults and children in underserved communities. Because I'm like, if you don't know, like, I'm from the hood, y'all. I was born right here down the street. Like, I live like down the street from the projects I was born in, and I literally live down the street from the hood that I grew up in. You feel me? I don't remember where I seen a quote, but I always seen this quote, and it was like, the world is so much bigger than your area code. And that really led me to like wanting to travel and see more and do more, and being able to see a life that, being able to go after a life that you've never seen anyone else acquire is truly a journey that a lot of people don't understand how difficult it is for someone of my background to experience. I always had to be on go. It was just like go, 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 move, 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 figure it out, this, that. And I went through a really bad phase, like a really long period of like depression, y'all, like really struggling with my mental health. And it's so many times where it's like, dang, I need a break, but I gotta keep going. Like I remember it was times where I would literally be crying all day, but I got a client, I gotta go do hair because I did hair to get through school. And it's like, suck them tears up, go do this hair, you'll cry when you get done. And it was just like the repeated thing. Like I constantly had to neglect myself in order to survive. And I don't think that's fair. You know, well, I ain't even gonna say fair. It's unfortunate that that's a lot of people's realities from places that I'm from, or like from similar backgrounds. So I really wanted to make an impact in that area, and also show people that are from my city that you don't have to flee away from the city to create a life that you love. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for going to a new city because like I did it myself. Like I lived away for 3 years and I low-key kind of want to do it again. But yeah, man, so that is the spiel behind my brand. I'm very passionate about it. I am praying for my breakthrough with my brand. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like I've had good traction, but I'm at a point where it's like, okay, I need a little bit more. And I know that God will provide that. So I'm just telling God, show me how good it gets. Yeah, man, so this is the fit for the most part. Like I said, I'm just showing y'all a few pieces. I've also been really learning to get into my own personal style, so I've been playing a lot with different colors and silhouettes and just like a lot of different things, really just understanding myself a lot better, because like I do love a good chic moment, but I also do like streetwear a lot too. And then I just like dressing really, really cool, you know what I'm saying? And then also sexy at the same time. So it's just like, I switch it up often. You know what I'm saying? It's just more so a silhouette that I like going with, not a particular style, if you get what I'm saying. As the days went on, I really just told myself to stick to the plan and do exactly what I said I was going to do. I sit here in this moment and I'm like, wow, this is going to be so cool to look back on a year from now. Because as I sat in that chair, 50-something orders rolled in and I was responding to emails and all that. I don't know, you know how a moment feels like very foreshadowing before you even know what happens next. The important part is that you know who you are and you keep going, because when nothing seems like it's happening, everything is happening. Alright, here I am today. I ain't gonna lie, y'all, like I don't like working with certain teachers because like they desk be dirty, and I'm here or whatever in this particular office I'm in. Also, this sunscreen has me looking so dry. That is not tea. But anywho, right now I'm just about to work on the rest of the sketches for the pajamas that I'm seeing in my head right now, as well as make the robes. Why does my eyebrow look like this? As well as bring the robes to life. Put something together for that, you feel me? Oh God, don't nobody want to talk about the in-between, you know what I'm saying? Hold on, don't nobody want to show you what the in-between look like, you feel me? Like nah, like I'm in between blessings right now. Yeah, like I'm doing this because I come in here, I work on my business full-time, and then I'll come do this part-time simply because I know it puts me in a position to where I'm not fully living off of my business, and I can reinvest that money into other things. Like I'm not trying to cut it all the time, you feel me? And then like I said, I just know that I'm grateful. It's just something about like understanding your greatness, and every time I go through every phase of my life, I'm like, yo, this is lit. Like this is like, you remember when you were doing this? Like I get to look back at this and be genuinely just proud of myself. So yeah, I'm about to put the screens up. I got some students coming in probably the next 20-15 minutes, and I'm gonna go ahead and draw out what needs to be drawn out. I ain't doing no transition. I don't think I would, because again, I'm in someone's office, you guys. You might see me in the car or something like that, and also I'm not trying to let y'all know where I'm at, so you Then we gotta be very cautious with stuff like that.
Yo, Jermaine, what's the word? I got a new number, delete that old one. By now I'm sure you must have heard about how I got jammed up and had to sit some. It's nothing, no, I did longer biz. This was a quick one. I never hit you cause I know niggas be playing victim. Begging you for big sums of dough when income's low. That ain't my style, it'll never be. To me, you'll always be my dog, not a celebrity. And plus you did enough, why me?
So with every pattern and design that I come up with, my goal is to give, I want to embody a feeling with each one. So I'm inspired by a lily actually when making these. Like, I just think about the flow of the colors of lilies, like specifically a starburst, or I can't think of the name of it, but the ones that are pink and white, like pink on the inside, white on the outside. Those lilies, I love the flow of the outside, and it's just like if I turn that lily upside down, I like how everything fans outward. So that's what I'm going with it when it comes to this pajama collection. It should almost feel like a second skin. So one of the tops needs to be fitted, one needs to be loose. So if you wore it with the loose fitting shorts, then it almost looked like a dress. And then we have the pants, they're going to be flowy, and then the dress is going to be flowy. But as you can see, even when it comes with the robes have pleats in the back. I want you guys to have a shape. You should feel good and look sexy and feel just like really confident, and but yet functional. The thought process behind designing the pajamas is that I want it to be functional and fashionable at the same time, and I also want to keep it in between under a premium price, because like I have a lot of silk and things like that inside my inside my wardrobe. However, I did not pay $200-300 for a silk shirt. Like, my shirt was like $10-15. Granted, it's vintage, but it's still really good quality. So sourcing at a good price and a good happy medium to meet the girls at, while still giving them organic, functional, beautiful, and accessible luxury is my ultimate goal here. Yeah, now again, like I thought with the pajamas, like I wear pajamas like relentlessly. Well, that's the wrong word. I wear pajamas religiously to bed, and the one thing I don't like is I get satin, and it's probably just a polyester, you know, whatever. I have those pajamas and they're not breathable. I'm always sweating, I'm always hot. But if I was able to go to sleep inside this silk shirt that I have and I love so much, I would. So my camera is dead, so I'll make this quick. If you haven't, don't ever say I didn't put you on. I've been eating these for 2 years. Perfect macros if you have sweet tooth. 0 grams of added sugar, and this is not good for you, but I've been drinking them lately. Gonna go get a good workout in. And Stevie Wonder is amazing.
Cause I'll be standing on the side when you check it out. You say your style of life's a drag, and that you must go other places. But just don't you feel too bad when you get fooled by smiling faces. But don't you worry about a thing.
Hey, it's leg day, it's leg day. It is not leg day. Leg day was yesterday and I didn't get to record, so we're gonna head to the gym and go ahead and hit back because I want that pull-up mug. But I need to go grab my tripod, so let's go grab my tripod. And I'm trying to keep, well, that's even besides the point. Well, y'all know I released my tote bags for my brand, and this is a great example of just start and make it good later. This is one of the prototypes beforehand, and you guys should see how the bag is now. But sometimes you just gotta start and let everything else unfold, you know what I'm saying? Drinking pre-workout, but I haven't had any in a month, and so sometimes I just get a little caffeine before I work out, which is surprising because, you know, when you have ADHD, a lot of times caffeine will make you more drowsy than anything. And it used to be like that when I was in college, but now I don't. I made a mistake one time and did a triple shot of espresso. Bad decision. So yeah, I'm going ahead and finishing up this double shot of espresso, and I'm gonna head to the gym. I only got like 30 minutes left on this SD card, but gonna make it quick. Probably a little 2-minute snippet of me working out or something like that. We gotta save space. We gotta save space.
I'm taking these chances, my head to the sky, my feet on the ground, my fingers to the judge. If the money don't move, then I won't budge. No, I won't budge, no. Baby, you gotta know that I'm just out here doing what I gotta do for me and you when we eatin'. So bitch, why the fuck is you trippin'? I'm taking these chances, my head to the sky, my feet on the ground, my fingers to the judge. If the money don't move, then I won't budge. No, I won't budge, no. Man, this be that hustler music. Young Weezy got that motherfucking hustler music, yo. So ride to it, yo, and vibe to it, yo. I'm asking y'all, please. Young Weezy got that hustler music. Young Weezy got that motherfucking hustler music. Ride to it, yo, vibe to it, yo. It's real shit, man. It's real talk, man. It's how we do it, how we did it, how we done it, ayy. It's real shit, man. It's real talk, boy. It's how we do it, how we did it, how we done it. I ain't bragging, I ain't boasting, it's the way it go. I ain't bragging, I ain't boasting, it's the way it is.
Okay, so if you didn't know, I ended up deciding to make an identity shift challenge because I'm shifting into a new identity in order to obtain. Well, I've shifted into a new identity. And a few months ago, I wasn't able to even pull this off. And I'm really shifted. I've shifted into overflow, and doors have just been opening. So, I made a video about it on Instagram, right? And low-key kind of blowing up. No, it's blowing up. 500 and something likes. And it's just constantly growing up, getting so much engagement. So, I'm going to utilize this moment. And I'm about to create a quick little journal for them. Identity shift challenge journal, and we're going to do this challenge together. Now, a part of me thinks that I probably should make a Discord. I might end up adding on to my broadcast channel. It's 4:20 and I just completed creating the journal. That was shockingly quicker than I expected. Well, not quicker than I expected. I'm just proud of myself, y'all. I'm getting swift with this stuff. So I'm about to the pool so I can edit this video. Currently uploading the digital journal to the website, and I'm gonna upload this video, put it on trial reel, and let everything be everything. But yeah, y'all, like, that's my spiel. Like, it's been a journey, and I hope you know that in certain seasons your capacity has just been expanded, because my prayer during this entire season was, God, expand my capacity as you expand my territory. There's so much more that I can handle now, so much grit, so much determination, so much persistence that I can handle now, because I used to always like, no, I can't handle. But I understand now. I think this is going to make me an amazing CEO, wife, lover, friend, daughter, mother. I think that it's going to put a different type of compassion in me when it comes to, you know, my peers and my family and the people that I get to help along within this journey. So I'm blessed.
That's why I call my thing the marathon, because I'm not gonna lie and portray this ultimate poise like I've had it figured out. Nah, I just didn't quit. That's the only distinguishing quality from me and probably whoever else going through this or went through this or is gonna go through this, is that I ain't quit. I went through every emotion. With trying to pursue what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And I think that what gonna separate whoever's gonna try to go for something is that you ain't gonna quit. Unless, you know, you're gonna really take the stance if I'm gonna die behind what I'm getting at right now.
You probably talking so much shit over here. Y'all wanna see me walk too? Hey, I'm trying to tell them I can rap. He never came up off no kitty. Now my feelings just a fact. You said like I'm rapping Lil Baby. That's how you know I'm a stop. Watch how she watch stop. Why you trying to get it out before me, bitch? Bitch, I was set a successful day of shooting. You told me we got to fight. Yeah. Let's get the fuck out of Lulu.